Coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, guys talking about sports and stuff. You can call them Ray and Rodney or Rodney and Ray. Anyway, it's the R&R Show.
Yep. Bow, bow, bow.
Hey, we're working on one. It just came to me.
What up?
We're trying to go eat. Ray taking our day, and we gonna we gotta hurry up. Somebody eat.
And you know what it is, man. Shoot.
Well, I know it's been one of them weeks, and it's just went.
It's been one of them days. I done had a long day. What's up, everybody? What it do? Everybody come in the house.
Who we got?
Everybody. What's going on? This is the R&R Show. I am Ray.
Rodney.
And yeah, this is the R&R Show. Just trying to get my setup right, man. Man, like I always like to do about this time, man. I want to thank y'all for liking, sharing, subscribing, following us on all social media platforms. Bookface, MySpace, YoSpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, Graham Cracker, all of them. Thank y'all. And if you know somebody who ain't doing the same, make sure you tell them to tell their mama them to tell their mama them and tell their mama them. And who else?
Tell their daddy. If he's still around now what about was on 30 September, then you can't tell him. Not today.
See somewhere Rolling Stones. Once again, this is the R&R Show, man. Man, what's going on, man? What's good? What's up, everybody?
Man, what it do? What up, B?
What up, Moselle Hamilton? Who is Moselle Hamilton? Hampton.
That's my first cousin.
Hey, first cousin.
Show. We used to run in the woods and shoot at the V aliens with our stick guns.
Well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I call history right there.
Yes, sir. We used to find stuff.
What up, B? Who else up in here, man?
I don't know, but they need to come out because we trying to get this show going.
Tony just sent me an idea, man. I'm gonna send it to you here in a little bit. For an intro.
I see if I can get it going. I gotta find a new source.
You're gonna like it too. Man, we are in full throttle. Starting tomorrow night in full football season. We got our first NFL game tomorrow night, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions. We already full throttle with college foosball. We already had some major upsets. We didn't have to wait till the end to get these major upsets. We got some major upsets in. One in particular, I might let you have it, but my question to you, hold on, let me do my fingers like this. My question to you is, what was the most intriguing victory of the weekend? And my question is, do you believe
you got to go here and you go here? But you put that back foot down, dog. And I know what you're doing. I got you. Come on, line up right now. I'm gonna show you. Put the bad foot now. Well, let me tell you, nobody. When I tell you nobody believed in Colorado, when I'm tell you the truth, nobody that was any football gurus or knowledgeable about the sport, nobody gave Colorado a chance to win that game.
Not even I.
Nobody. I wanted. Now I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to see Colorado win. But did I think they were going to win the first game? No, I did not think they were going to win the first game. I wanted to see it. Now, we got some good quotes. We got Robert Brown the third up in here. We got Joshua. We got Ant from Columbus. recruiting from Columbus. We got Miles and
Maul.
hey Miles, let me tell you this. Everybody got a chance. I'm gonna say that about football. Everybody got a chance. But do you believe?
But do you believe? I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance, but did you believe?
Do you believe?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I got to give this guy his props. Only one person that I talked to that gave that said that they were gonna win. One person that I talked to said that they were gonna win, and I'm talking about didn't back off for it or nothing. He was like, "Yeah," he said, "You looking at me crazy, but I believe they gonna win." And broke it down to me and all this kind of stuff. I like, yeah, I hear you, but man, Tony from Columbus, Mississippi, told me that they were gonna win.
Yep.
And then afterward, he asked me, "Do you believe?"
Do you believe? Man, look, let me tell you.
I believe now.
What the only thing I saw, but I was not. I mean, and, you know, being a first year coach with more than 80-90% new players, everybody on the team is new. They had nobody return last year that was of relevance. They had nobody return. The only weakness I saw was their D-line. That's the only thing I saw that was just like, man, they got to get that better. If they're gonna have a chance to do anything this year, they got to get that D-line better. Outside of that, man, I was impressed with everything I saw. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And then the intangibles, them boys never gave up. They never looked down on themselves. They never got frustrated. They was always in the game with their head and their heart, and physically, they was way better than the other team physically. I'm gonna give them that.
They look more athletic. They look faster. They look like TCU should have looked. I'm talking about on both sides of the ball. I understand what you're saying on the defensive side of the ball. They're undersized on the defensive line, especially in the interior. Not only that, I feel like not only the defensive line, other than Travis Hunter, I really believe that secondary could use a little bit tightening up. Not as bad as the defensive line, but the defensive overall need to be able to stop somebody because their defense didn't look any better than TCU's to me. Be honest with you.
I mean, but you know, what do you say about that about that conference in football?
that conference, they do not play defense. They don't play defense.
Right in line with everything else. But
the Big 12 have never been known for defense. Nobody but Oklahoma back in the day. Oklahoma and Nebraska back in the day. But other than that, they've never been known for defense.
If they can get them to play a medium grade of defense in that conference, that's a difference right there from the jump. We said that from day one.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hey, could everybody that's on right now please hit the share button for me, please? Please hit the share button. Thank you.
So I mean, that was this. Now, the other thing that got me was the other game, and I'm not going to go for the obvious game because that game.
Hold up, man! You're going too far. You done got one. Can I get my game that got me?
You got that one. You pushed that out in front of me. You picked that in front of me. All I did was pick up the foot.
I set you up for the alley hoop.
You know what I'm saying? All I did was throw the ball.
Now the other game that was very intriguing to me.
Come on in.
The first game, 114 degrees, passing shootout in the passing, one of the best either side. Though, my opinion, and to Ray, a smaller D line going to struggle when the larger guys. That's true. That's true. They're going to struggle when they got that. But the other intriguing game to me was the Florida State LSU game. Though we got what we wanted to see from first quarter up to halftime, it lived up to the hype. But that second half, it was a totally different Florida State University Seminole team. They looked bigger. They were more physical on both sides of the ball. They looked more of an SEC team than LSU did. I don't know if LSU was fatigued, but they got pumped. They really got pumped. They really looked bad as the second half went on.
It was like if me and you and Barry and Mal went out there and played against some Pee Wee football.
Really?
I mean, the way that they was, I mean, it was everything. the way that they was manhandling dudes, the way they was tackling, the way they was catching the ball and throwing people off of them. Like the dude had, it's like LSU had no heart. I'm losing. I'm at a chance to where I should probably be losing. I probably feel bad, but you're not gonna throw me around the field like a rag doll. I don't care what you see. Man, they was putting folks down and then just like
whoever that number 24 is for LSU, he got his lunch eaten all night long. All night long. And then on that last drive, he got trucked twice. He got trucked twice in that last drive.
Man, look.
So I did give LSU a run. I did give LSU a fighting chance in the SEC West to giving Alabama a run for their money for the West, but I take all that back, man. Those guys, they showed no heart the second half. None.
That was scary. I mean, it was scary because LSU. Come on, man. Like I'm looking for some the LSU.
But that's what everybody was looking for.
That didn't show up at all.
Second year under Kelly, they was looking for a lot of hype was made for this quarterback or whatnot. But I know this right here: if that quarterback keep jumping up in the air like that, somebody gonna take his head off.
I wasn't even doing it because when they caught that man, it was like off the top rope. It was like a Goldberg tackle.
Man, okay. Dude got his bottom put on him, man.
Man, look. I mean, you about right, Rob. It's been a while since they've been punked like that. It's been a while.
No, what? Been a while. Oh, yeah, you're right. It has been a while. I haven't seen them punked like that since Mississippi State went down to their house with Dak Prescott and just ate their lunch. But unlike Colorado, Colorado, every time when it seemed like TCU came back and they took the lead, Colorado had an answer for it. It's like LSU did not have an answer for anything that Florida State have to throw at them, man. Nothing. Nothing.
Yep. That's what it was. So I mean, I'm looking for now. Look. Can I highlight? Check this out.
Hold on.
It's 2 games this weekend. Of course, Colorado and Nebraska is one of them. The other one is Alabama and Texas. Nick Saban in Alabama, the king of trolling people. Nick Saban don't forget nothing. Let me tell you, the man don't forget nothing. So y'all make sure y'all pay attention to them too. And I'm gonna put them on you right now and let you call at the end. I need a winner from both of them games.
Okay.
I need you to call.
I'll go ahead and give you one of them right now.
Well,
undefeated, never lost.
Well, come on then.
Colorado gonna beat the brakes off Nebraska. That is my theme music.
With your hand up.
It's just gonna happen. I'm just saying, man. It's gonna happen. Give me Colorado, Doc. Colorado cannot afford to lose this game. All right, my question to you is: do Colorado deserve? And I'm asking y'all too. Please give me y'all opinion. Do Colorado deserve the number 22 spot in the AP poll rankings after this victory? First game of the season.
What was TSU last year?
TSU, Tennessee State.
I mean,
they were sweat. That's what they were last year. Sweat. Who is sweat?
Don't make me pull up. I got it too. But what was what's called last year?
National champion runner-up.
So yeah,
but last year
they deserve that spot, bro. I don't care. I mean,
that's just my question. Just my question.
That much coming off of that, they deserve that spot because one, the difficulty in which they did that with, You got to reward that, dude. They could have came at 25. They should have been something. If they had come at 25, I would have took that. Now, 22, I mean, let's be honest. Anything from 17 to 25 is a coin toss anyway. I mean, seriously.
That's just something that we was talking about at work yesterday.
Yeah.
If they deserve that ranking or not, being that it was so early, you know. But I can see them looking at their schedule. They got Nebraska this weekend. They got oh my goodness, who they got next week? Colorado State or somebody like that. Next weekend, and it should be. They should be able to take that one also. They should be 3-0. I feel like they should be 3-0 going into Oregon.
What up, Mrs. Fuck?
What up, B? Hello. Go Lions.
Well, I appreciate you, Mrs. Ford, coming here with that interruption to get us to talk about the NFL. So starting tomorrow, we got NFL football starting up. So y'all know we've been running down the divisions, north, south, east, west. This week, north, south, west. This week, we're talking about the Eastises.
East 1999, Mike.
Hey, you know what time we did the show? No, man. Look.
Yep. I am a hater.com. Yes, I am. Hater.com. That's me.
So we're going to go and roll out the AFC Eastises. So we're going to go and start there. So let me go and get my background ready. The AFC East. Wow. That's up there. And then we're going to pop this right there. Who be the producer when we got there right now? Look. Let's go and get it. AFC East, because we short on time. Like I told you, I'm hungry. About get out. This is a tough division. This is going to be a tough division.
Yep. Three ways. It's going to be tough.
You got three pretty much juggernauts that have the potential to be juggernauts in the division and actually in the NFL if they can stay healthy and if they can stay consistent. So we're going to start with the New York Jets. What don't you like about the New York Jets?
Only thing that I like about the New York Jets is that Salah is not still with the still not with the San Francisco 49ers as their defensive coordinator. That's the only thing I don't like.
That he is not their coordinator?
Another thing I don't like, I hate that they put them on Hard Knocks. They already got enough, I don't want to call it distraction, but they already got enough tension going on as it is. And for Hard Knocks to come into New York, I feel like can be a distraction. But time will tell if it is or it isn't. But we will see. But there's nothing that I can think of as of right now that I do not like about the New York Jets. Not right now, don't I mean
they did everything they needed to do.
Yeah, they got Aaron Rodgers. All they needed was a quarterback from last year.
All they needed was a quarterback.
Anybody who that would not turn over the ball. They got Dalvin Cook to beef up the backfield. You still got Sauce Gardner out there on the toting the defensive side of the ball. Man, that defense. People are not paying attention to this Jets defense.
Well, because
I feel like this defense. I'm not saying that they're going to be the 85 Bears and the 2000. Hey, DG.
We got both the D's up in here today.
You got DG. You got DG and DBF.
DYF. But look, put you on that. The only thing that took away from the Jets last year was how horrible their quarterback play was, and with all the weapons and everything he had, that's the only thing that made them look bad was that. Because watching them and keeping up with them, their defense is fine. Their defense got it. It's not. Am I saying top 5 defense? No, I'm not saying top 5 defense. But good defense, yeah. Offense, it had the potential to be great last year, but they couldn't be because their quarterback was not.
Because of quarterback play, right? They didn't have a quarterback. They didn't have anybody who could push the ball down the field without turning it over.
I'm putting my money on that too, Tony. I believe that he's gonna have that type of year.
Yeah, he
He
will.
gonna have, because the thing that you do see all the time is their bond is growing every time you see them. Every time you see them, their bond, Rodgers and him, they bond is growing. It's just like they connecting off the field. Now that's gonna be something fun to watch. I think it's gonna be something fun to watch. So and then they got a little help. They got running back help, which is gonna ease up their passing game. Once they get going, that's gonna be a hard team.
Yeah, they're gonna be something to reckon with.
They're gonna be something to reckon with. So now let's go on to the Buffalo Bills. What do I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like. I don't like the squabble between the star receiver and the star quarterback. It's too much there for it to blow up in the wrong way. Excuse me for them. It's easier for Stephon Diggs to say, hey man, I'm open. Hey man, I'm here. Hey man, I'm this. Hey man, I'm that. And about which we've seen over the last, which we've seen especially last year, can't close out. You get to the end of the season and it goes slightly south. That with the fact that him and Stephon pretty much going in and not being helping up is gonna be a big thing to them. If they can't get nobody to replace Stephon or do anything up to his level, it's gonna be a long year for Buffalo. Now I think they'll do good up until it matters, but that's the one thing that's really just taken away from me is that part right there. And the fact that they feel general is not going to be there for the first 4 or 5 weeks, and that's crap on defense. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Well, Rodney, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Alluding to the Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs situation. When you're not being successful, well, when you're underachieving, when you're not winning the games that you're supposed to win, or the game that you would like to win, or you're not winning, period. It's easy. You're going to be agitated. Players on the team are going to be agitated. I guess I'm saying this: if they were winning, if they had played for the Super Bowl last year, I feel like Stephon Diggs wouldn't be having these issues. I don't think so, because winning solves a lot of problems. Winning hides a lot of problems. If I'm winning and I'm not getting the ball as much as I feel like I should be, or I'm not getting the looks that I should be getting, but we're winning, I'm not going to be throwing hissy fits on the sideline. How crazy would that look for me to be throwing hissy fits on the sideline because I'm not getting the ball when I think I should be getting the ball, but we're winning?
Look at that comment. That's how crazy it can get.
No, I don't think Diggs is going to pull an AB. I don't think he's going to pull an AB, but they are overhyped. And these last 2 to 3 years pretty much proves that, because they had a Super Bowl caliber team, especially last season, and we look for them to go far. As a matter of fact, we look for them to challenge the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl, but that didn't happen.
They did that the year before, didn't they?
Yep.
But
that was that the AFC Championship game, or was that the?
That was one of the games. Who was that went before Kansas City did last year?
The Bengals.
The Bengals, and he sat there and watched that confetti fire, and everybody was like hype about it. Oh yeah, they're gonna come back and be strong.
Was it the Bengals that they lost to though?
To go to the Super Bowl, yeah.
No, the Bengals. I thought the Bengals beat the Chiefs to go to
the Buffalo watched somebody. Where our statistician at?
Yeah, Buffalo did watch. Well, yeah, it may have been the Bengals. It may have been the Bengals.
Yeah,
it may have been the Bengals. Yeah, it was. I thought that they. I didn't know if that was the AFC Championship or not. But anyway, they underachieved. And they've had the squad the last couple of years to make their bid.
it's just like this
It's a
though.
big game.
I've noticed it. What you call it has these stretches. Yeah, see, that's what it was. What you call it watch these stretches have these stretches at the end of the season of bad games. And I think this was when Stephon Diggs first got there. Yeah, it had to be, no, it had to be, what's called it. Anyway, Josh Allen had these stretches of bad games down the stretch, which had him going to the playoffs not in the best positions. And I ain't talking about best position record-wise. I mean best positions on the, as far as the mental aspect of the team goes. And that's what got Stephon Diggs last year. Because down toward the end of the year, Stephon Diggs was not getting his production in. And it was hurting him. They was losing games. And Josh Allen was looking like crap. This man was throwing picks and it was looking bad. And that's where I say it's going to come to a head. And like you said, winning cures a lot. But you can't lose at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? You got to win at the right time. And those losses affect the team. Because you lose confidence when you're going into the big show or going into that spot. And the team is affected because quarterback play or whatever. But you can't have your two stars on offense squabbling. You see what I'm saying? So I'm with you. I mean, Buffalo got the weapons. They got everything. But they got to get over that hump.
They got to get over the hump.
Now we're gonna
and I feel like overhyped is the word.
It's overhyped.
They're overhyped.
Overhyped. Now we going to the Patriots.
Look, I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing how this Patriots team performs simply because they actually got one offensive coordinator this time calling the plays. You don't have multiple people calling plays this time, and it was that they really had Matt Jones in a really tough situation.
I ain't gonna say rebuilding though, B. I'm not gonna say rebuilding. Do they need to?
I mean, but rebuild. But what are you rebuilding from? I mean,
they need a quarterback.
I mean, they've been. It's easy to call it rebuilding whenever Tom Brady left. Yeah, I mean,
at that point you could have called it rebuilding.
But Matt Jones is actually a decent quarterback, and we saw how he performed when you actually have an offensive coordinator and not multiple people trying to make up one coaching position calling plays. You had multiple people calling plays last year. We saw how that turned out. Now, I'm looking for Matt Jones to have a better season this. I feel like I'm about to get on that. I feel like Zeke will help him out, take the pressure off of him. I feel like Zeke going to come in rejuvenated. Some people just need a change of scenery to tap into that old fountain of youth that he used to have. We know that Zeke declined after he got the bag. I really feel like him changing scenery, going to the Patriots and playing under the Patriots way going to help them out a lot. I feel like it's going to take a lot of heat off Matt Jones, which is going to help him out in the pass game and whatnot. And I'm just looking for them defensively. They're there. They've always been there. You know, and all of the cats, they've always been there. They got dogs on that defense. They've always been there. They just struggle offensively.
This dude is not somebody that you underestimate. I would never underestimate that coach ever. Cheating or not, the dude is still a force to be reckoned with on the sideline. So until he ain't there, or until everybody is hurting, we don't know what, or they officially say rebuild, I would give him a chance. Now, in this division this year, I don't give him a chance.
How do you call it rebuilding? Rebuilding is after you blow the team up.
That's what I'm saying.
They haven't blown the team up.
That's the only way I see him. That's the only way I would doubt him. He didn't blew the team up. You already play with a bunch of. They play a bunch of mid-grade people that could be great. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say he rebuild. I said that's the only way I would not be worried about him if it is a rebuild year. And this ain't a rebuild. This is just adding more pieces to get better. Like you said, the other offense coordinator, Zeke, defense always been there. Maybe we can see what he can do under a real offensive coordinator and not be put in a bag of folks in his head all day. So I'm with you on that. Now, that's a big thing in this division. Maybe 2 or 3 years, because it's gonna be rough in this division for a while. And that's the only thing that's hurting the Patriots. Now, they could, I mean, Mac Jones come in and be awesome, and the offense can start to look good again. They could be right in the mix with anybody else. I would give them an opportunity. But until I see it, I don't give them an opportunity. Now, going toward the Dolphins, I'm going to tell you what I like. I like that everybody knows what they're supposed to do. I like the fact that when they are a complete team on the field, they handling business. I hate the fact that Tua got issues, and I don't want to see anything happen to Tua, but the writing's on the wall. The dude is like a Humpty Bump on the wall right now. He can't foul. If he foul, they go to the team. And we have seen
Speaking of which, he's been taking lessons on how to fall.
There you go. You know how to get down. Know how to take the hit, because the wrong hit. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. This stuff looks familiar. You know what he look like right now? He look like Steve Young taking a hit and getting a concussion. He look like Troy Aikman taking a hit and getting a concussion. And they not the worst hits. They just hit, and they can't do that. If he has been cleared and can play, I'm gonna go. Man, Dolphins gonna put up something that makes noise. But if he getting hurt, I can't trust that help until he do it.
That's pretty much my take on it. My take is pretty much the Dolphins will go as far as Tua would take them, and he got to stay healthy in order to make that happen. We saw what. Excuse me, I'm trying to close this phone up. We saw how productive this offense is and how explosive this offense is with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and others. And whenever Tua is healthy, and when he's on the field, they've been very productive. Their numbers are up and everything. But he's going to have to stay healthy in order for them to make a run at the East, ultimately deep in the playoffs. I mean, I put them in the AFC Championship if Tua can stay healthy. What about their D? I'm glad you said that, because their D is one of the most underrated Ds in the league. A lot of people don't realize that they got a pretty decent defense, and they've only gotten better. They picked up what's his face? He's hurt right now. He'd probably be out the first 4 or 5 games. Oh my goodness, what's his name?
From Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey. They picked up Jalen Ramsey, and they got somebody in the place of him that's probably just as good. Take up his slack. But their defense is actually they got I can't call his name. The linebacker that was out last season due to injury, but he'll be back this year fully healthy. But their defense is really okay. Their defense is really okay. And a lot of people don't really realize that, because their offense is overshadowing the defense.
Yep, the offense is overshadowing the defense, because that's some fun. I'm tell you how good the defense was. They went up there in Baltimore last year and was down big time. They put Baltimore in a kind of little holding pattern until they were able to get on track, and they won that game. And people were like, man, they give them 9. Their defense did what they're supposed to do to keep their game intact so the offense could get back on the field. It was worth it. I mean, their defense is there. They just got to get consistent. And when they get Ramsey, it's just going to make them better when they get back. Now, let's go get to these picks. So, all right.
Jets, Bills, Miami, the Patriots. That's how I got it. Only reason I'm giving Miami third is simply because I feel like you can't protect Tua the entire season.
Man,
I really feel like he is tough as wet tissue paper.
I am going, just because this is a hope, because this is a conflict for 2 and 3. I'm going Jets, Dolphins, Bills, Patriots. Because if he stay healthy, then we got something to look at. But if he don't, but I'm looking for him to stay healthy. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. What up, Chuck? I didn't know you slid in here over there.
Yeah, I knew it was in here coming here and spewing all that rhetoric. Bull crap. Cat Butt Nation in the house. Let me in here. Ain't nobody talking about that. Get somewhere. Speaking of which, we need to get on that.
Speaking of which, let's go and jump over that real quick. Let's see what Tony got. Tony got Dolphins, Jets, Bills, Colts. Okay, that's D. My bad. Tony got Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Colts. Man, that right there from everybody pick just let you know how crazy this division can be.
But there's one thing that we all in agreement on is the Pats coming in dead last to the NFC.
But why they fool this year? I wouldn't be surprised.
If Dion ain't coaching them, I don't believe.
Look here. You got over here. Look, man. All right, let's go. We're gonna go and start out with the elephant in the room. Cowboys. I'm gonna let you go first. Football talk. Not fan favorite.
I mean, what do you want to know?
What do you like about the Cowboys? Football talk.
What I like about the Cowboys, I can tell you what I don't like about the Cowboys.
Go with what you don't like about the Cowboys.
Don't do me like that again, either. Don't do me like that again.
Go what you don't like about the Cowboys.
What I do not like about the Cowboys is that Paul McCarthy will be calling plays this season. McCarthy, he's taking back over play calling. We know he let go Kellen Moore just to save his own behind. They will be. I don't see how in the world this offense is going to flourish even better with him at the rim whenever. Man, I'm be honest with you, man. Dak 15 interceptions last season, that wasn't a fluke. I don't know if it's mental. I don't know what the deal is, and I don't feel like McCarthy gonna call up unless he calling this West Coast offense that's where he dinking and dunking all the way down the field like he called like Kyle Shanahan calling plays or whatever. I just don't see this offense flourishing like it did in the past. I really, really don't. He said something about pushing the ball downfield more with Dak Prescott, but we know he threw 15 interceptions down the field. We know your chance for interceptions go up when you try to push the ball down the field even more. So what we're looking at this year, 20 interceptions from Dak Prescott. So I don't like the talk that McCarthy talking already. As far as the offense going the ball, defensive side of the ball, I have no problem on defensive side of the ball. You got dogs from the beginning to the end back on this defense. Start with Michael Parsons going all the way back to Diggs. You got some dogs on defense. So as far as the offense side of goes, I really feel like we're going to see the least productive offense that we've seen in a long time with the Dallas Cowboys. All because McCarthy going to be calling plays. And I feel like that he will not finish the season.
I'm gonna put something on you, and I'm glad somebody saw this, and then that way I wouldn't seem like I'm being a homer. Now, as far as
hold up, B. Let me address B. No, not a lot of picks.
I'm gonna get there.
Get where?
What B said?
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't see it on the screen. I didn't know you was going there. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm not a mind reader. Go ahead.
So, defense, I'm with you. I'm with everybody. I'm with everybody in the comments. Defense is straight, and I'm right here to be on the back half for defense will fight to hold them up. I will tell you this much: as far as the offense is concerned, I'm not a big fan of McCarthy calling plays. I'm not a big fan of any head coach doing other than head coaching the team. That's why you got those positions on the team. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. You converse with them. You figure out what you need to do, what needs to be changed during the game. That's your job. You can't wear both hats in the NFL. It don't work. You ask Bill Belichick, it don't work. You ask anybody that's successful, it don't work. You got to have an offensive coordinator, somebody that you can go and you can work with during the game, because you can't do that stuff and watch the defense and do that's head coach position. I don't like it. I ain't never like it. Now, as far as the players go, I I don't see Dak doing 15 interceptions like he did last year. Okay? This is not something that happens all the time. This is not we do this every year, 10, 15 interceptions every year. I don't see that happening this year. Two, everybody's like, Zeke gone. See, Tony said he said his pilot with production will fall. I think pilot production will go backwards a little bit. But at the same time, I like the new running back they did get. Little dude is all speed. He's gonna take a hit. He's gonna give him.
Who they got?
I can't call his name. I need to look it up. But
Wait from.
I got to look it up. I just saw glimpses of him practicing preseason, and he looked good. He real fast. Now back to what B said. A lot of picks come from tip passes and wide receiver dropping balls. I will agree with some picks. I'm gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say some.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say a lot, but I'm gonna say some picks came from drop balls and tips. I mean, it's part of the game. Now, if you some of the positions those in with those tips and those passes and whatnot, some of them you could tell was communication. Okay.
Let me ask you this: when you say, let me ask you this. I'm asking you and B. When y'all say tip passes by who? Offense or defense?
I mean,
if we're talking defense, then you're proving my point.
No. It's tip passes by receivers. I've seen that. Not a drop by a receiver, but a receiver putting his hand up to catch the ball and it tips off his hand. That throws the ball up and up. That's how. Wow.
Yeah. All right.
So that part is what I mean. A lot of it, like I said, with the communication, you can see that communication. That's bad communication. That receiver thought he was doing this, and the quarterback thought he was doing that. I seen about 4 or 5 of those. So would those things get better? We won't know until we see it on the field, but I don't see him throwing 15 interceptions like he did last year. I mean, I can't see that. So that is a big thing. Now, let's go and jump to, because I mean, to me.
I hear you, Tony.
There you go.
That's my point.
There you go. You rather help. You can't run both of them. I agree with you 100%. So, wait a minute. 4 or 5, okay, so it's 10 picks too many. 10 picks ain't too many if you're throwing 4 to 5 touchdowns. It's just the time in which they come. That's the worst part about picks. You can have 35 touchdowns and 5 picks, but if you throw 5 picks in the last 3 games, on paper it look good, but in real life it's not. So that's the worst part. And I said to somebody the other day, it reminds you, last year kind of reminded you of a Tony Romo type year. You had a great statistical year, but when you throw interceptions, you threw them in bunches and at the worst times of the year. That's where he went last year, and he can't do that this year. He can't do it this year. So, let's go on over to the Eagles. Now, me personally, you that man until you ain't that man. And if you made it to the Super Bowl and you was 1 score from winning, I'm there. Okay? I'm with you. So, I have no problems with the Eagles. They wouldn't have drafted the whole Georgia line. And every draft pick they've made in the last few years is hit. So I can't agree with you on that one. I cannot agree with you on that one. They until they not, they them. They are them until they're not.
I can see why she's saying that, but I agree with you. They're them until they're not. It's just like the Super Bowl champ.
He was looking at me. He was looking at the heavens. Give me a word, Lord.
But you know what? This team to me changed. Everybody talk about Jalen Hurts. He changed his game. He stepped up. He did this. He did that. He did this, which he did. But I've always felt, it's just me personally, I've always felt that AJ Brown was the key to his success. When you got AJ Brown into the equation, that frees up the Devontae Smith and the Hurts and all these other cats. It spreads the field wide open, so it makes it easier for the quarterback, to progress down the field. I feel like he was the key to making this offense work. Now, once again, not taking nothing from Jalen Hurts, and I'm pulling for Jalen Hurts, and I really like this guy. And his play last year was really, really superb. And even though he missed a couple games last year when he was heading the MVP race, and I feel like those cost them the MVP, I really feel like he still should have gotten the MVP because of the what he did when he was playing. How many games did he miss? What, 2, 3, something like that? So I feel like that they would be all right. I feel like well, I can't tell you this what I'm about to say. I'll tell you that in a minute once we start ranking our division or whatnot. But I really feel like if they do regress, it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot.
Not going to be a lot. But I mean, in the division, and that's what we're talking about. We ain't talking about the league. We're talking about the division. They're going to be in the division. I mean, in the division, they are them until they are not. Mm-hmm. So that's what I know with that. Now, we're going to go hit on New York.
New York will go as far as Saquon Barkley take them. Not Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones got the bag. Why? Because of Saquon Barkley being there healthy.
Let me ask you this real quick. Real quick. Will New York make the playoffs this year?
I don't know. But if you ask me, honestly, because last year wasn't a fluke. I can see them making the playoff this year. I can see that. Will they? I can't. It's hard to say. I can't say that.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm with D on this. I have no confidence in the quarterback.
I don't either.
Everybody, man, he did it. He got paid. He just got paid.
No, that was Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley made life easier for him. And I'm gonna tell you somebody else that's gonna make it easier for him. You know they got Waller, the tight end from the Raiders.
Yeah,
Waller, however you pronounce his name. Yeah, they picked him up. I think that was a pretty big pickup after losing Ingram. So I think
I don't like it just yet. I'm with you, B. I don't like it just yet. I'm still not sold on this quarterback. I'm not sold on Daniel Jones. Everybody else seems to be drinking Kool-Aid. Show me something else. Show me consistency. Show me a little bit more heart. Show me more of that. It seemed like you said he was riding coattails, and when you got a strong running back like that can make some stuff happen, the defense got to respect that. So I feel you. I'm with you on that one. Now, let me see what this last comment saying. The new Joe Flack. There you go.
Yep.
The new. Well, I can't get. Well, Eli Manning was a 500 quarterback.
No. Don't do that. Eli Manning was better than both of them.
He did.
He was better than both of them.
All right, let's go with Washington.
They defense good. They gonna come in last. All right.
You know who I like? I do, and I hate this move, but Eric Bieniemy had to go somewhere to prove himself. But the Eric Bieniemy that I've read about, talked about, and seen on these last few shows is a different dude. Like, I mean, he's under to be able to show what he can do with pretty much with nothing, because he ain't doing it with a whole bunch of weapons. All he got is Scary Terry. We don't know who the quarterback is, so he gonna be doing this with a whole bunch of nothing. And I think this gonna throw him to the top to be able to get a job next year. So
well, actually, once they run, I feel like all right, he don't have the pieces that he need right now.
What he got to
like, give them. I'd say give them 2-3 years, maybe. Let him get some of the pieces in there that so he can run his offense to his full potential. And I think they'll be all right. But this year is not it. We will see some flashes, but this year's not it. Their defense is gonna be straight with Sweat and all those other cats. Old buddy that they got from Mississippi State, the cornerback and whatnot. No, they are two of the same. They are the same. I'm sorry. No, they're not. They're not.
Ray
No.
Lewis made Flacco.
Yes, he did. Ray Lewis made Flacco. No.
Eric will be blamed for the bad play. I do understand that. This is first year with a whole bunch of nobodies too. So I want it to be good. I don't see it being good. But if he do decent with a whole bunch of nothing, that mean that catapult him right there. Gibson, true. That's the running back. I do get that. They got good receivers. And D done, look at who done jumped the gun. I guess she finna go eat. D done go and put her picks out there, right? Let me tell you.
She got the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and what the F? What the F? What? watching football team. I thought, my bad. I thought that was what the F. My bad.
I agree with D. Yep.
Bolden probably did make Flacco, but Flacco was still trash.
Come on with your picks, man. Come on with your picks.
Give me Philly, Dallas, New York, and Washington.
Hey, same thing. The same thing. So we in agreement on that. Now, we have one game for you to pick with the college.
I'm undefeated, never lost.
Come on, Rick. As a bonus, I want you to pick tomorrow night too, just for D4.
All right, bet that. Tomorrow night, we ain't gonna do tomorrow night first. We got. You wanted me to pick Bama and Texas. Texas is coming to T-Town. Coming to T-Town. That game will kick off at what 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock or somewhere around that. The Texas Longhorns. It was a good close game last year. Doggone Bryce Young pulled a rabbit out of his hat to put them in field goal position to win the game last year. I think this game will be a nail biter again. Also, we got to see a couple quarterbacks out of Alabama this year. Last week, whatnot. Alabama State stacked with talent, whatever. But you asked me to pick who gonna win. I picked two SEC teams last week and they both lost. I want to go with Alabama again. My heart says Alabama.
Okay.
That's what my heart said, but my mouth saying hook 'em horns. I'm sorry, Tom. Or something like that.
Look, man, as much as I want to be on the Alabama side, I got a feeling they're going to lose.
I do, man. Because I feel like this cakewalk. This cakewalk against who was that they played last week? Mississippi State or something like that.
Yeah.
I really feel like that didn't show us a lot.
Not a lot. Nah. It wasn't even. Nah. It was a lot of scores, but it wasn't a dominance. You know, put my foot on your throat kind of dominance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And keep punching you while you're down dominance. Hey man, don't nobody use level 2000 no more.
Do they still make that?
You would bet I was saying Irish Springer. Level 2000 for the rest.
If Bama win, you buy a bar Level 2000 if you can find it. I will put it in my mouth the next show.
Okay.
That's the bet. You want to see something in my mouth? Give Nick Saban a call and tell him to do something.
Come on with the next man. Come on.
All right, tomorrow night, we got the defending Super Bowl champions taking on the upcoming Detroit Lions. We know that Travis Kelce's been announced that he's going to be out this game. Even if he plays, he's not going to be 100% or whatever, but I think he's out. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
I'm glad I heard it was still questionable.
Yeah, it's still questionable. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Detroit, man, I really like what I saw with Detroit the last 9 games of the season, even though they lost 2 out of those last 9 games. I really like what I saw. I really feel like that they're going to continue this. Jared Goff, I feel like he found a home, a really nice home with the Detroit Lions. Man, look, forget it. Let's go, Detroit. Stand up. D12 in the house. Let's go. Lose yourself.
I can't wait to miss.
I'm going with
Detroit. I feel that. I mean, right now it's too much on Kansas City to be great against a strong finishing Detroit team last year. That's the only thing that got me. If this was the Detroit from year before, I would have no problem. But this ain't the same Detroit. This is not the same Detroit. So
this ain't the same Detroit, and I can see them coming to win and taking the dub.
I mean, yeah, but Tony, but still, Kansas City.
Yep, on the road. Just like Johnny Manziel came in on Alabama on the road and beat them. Just like Texas gonna do. 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 Yeah, on the road. Just like Colorado did on the road.
On the road.
I'm just saying. It happened.
We finna get out of here. Y'all
on the road. Leave it 2,000.
On the road.
Put it out there.
Go find a whole case of it. So
after the show, I can hear his bike firing up right now. Head to Walmart.
They ain't got their Walmart. They got their $7.
The Dollar Tree.
Oh Lord, got something for you.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning to the R&R Show.
Get the Dion, baby. You got to put that back foot down, dog.
Do you believe? That's what I want to know. Do you believe? Do you believe?
No, answer the question.
No. I saw all that gibberish. I read through all that gibberish. Right? Do you believe? Robert, he don't believe.
He don't believe. God be easy, man. Appreciate you.
Leave a 2,000.